Day one of the estate sale had me in line early, and right away I made a four-legged friend to keep me company while I waited. But once those doors opened, it was game on. I couldn't believe the amount of vintage sports memorabilia packed inside. I even scored a Tony Gwynn Padres baseball. Serious collector stuff. But what happened next, nobody saw coming. By day 3, the house had been robbed, broken into the night before the fill-a-bag sale. Most of the good stuff gone, but I wasn't leaving empty-handed. I stuck it out and still found some hidden gems. Let me show you what I grabbed before and after the chaos. I was part of the first group to go into this big money area, as they called it. They had a lot of surveillance, a lot of cameras, which is why it's insane to me how they were able to steal all of this overnight. Cameras definitely didn't stop these people. I'm pretty sure that they scouted on one of these days and then came back to see exactly what they could grab. But yeah, I was lucky enough to be one of the first people in this area, and that's how I was able to score the Tony Gwynn baseball. That was for a gift for someone, so I was very happy that I was able to grab it. The kind gentleman up ahead of me, you'll see him a little bit later in this video, they actually handed me the ball after I was like, this is the only thing I'm really after today. And he's like, oh, this one? And then he gave it to me, so that was really cool. It was $250, so it was really worth it because it was a gift for reselling. Obviously, all of this stuff on the first day was way too overpriced. Some of the jerseys on the wall were going for $3,000, which is not even remotely half of the price that was selling on eBay. So that just made me chuckle and laugh. All of these Funko Pops were obviously overpriced as well. I was only honestly browsing, grabbing content, and just looking around to see what I could grab on the third day, which was the fill-a-bag sale. And unfortunately, all of this stuff was robbed and stolen. But at least I was able to look at all this stuff. I really want to get into jewelry, but I'm not just honed in on the skills enough to do it just yet. Little by little, I know I'll be picking up the knowledge to be able to do it, and this estate sale just wasn't the one because everything was way too overpriced.
The one with the Babe Ruth and the Joe DiMaggio? Yeah. Yes, it's 5,000.
Nikki, are you still writing?
No, I'm done with that one.
Okay.
At the moment.
Yeah. Are you gonna buy that for sure?
Oh yeah,
She can start writing that up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was just looking around. I wasn't gonna get out of this area.
Go to Mickey Mouse. Otherwise, you're gonna be waiting.
It's so funny how paranoid they were, and yet they still got robbed, because look how much they were watching me walking around with this ball. They would not even let me leave this area. It was so funny.
Wait, I'm gonna let you see. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're doing a line. Oh, yes.
So if you want to look at that stuff,
Oh yeah, right here.
Is that the only thing you want in this area?
It's just in this area, yeah. I
Okay,
believe so,
perfect.
yeah.
More than 6 in there.
And,
49 for the win. And what we're gonna, oh yes, I'm so sorry.
and then anything else from here, I could just put in a bag and then come back to
Yes.
check out? Okay.
No, so what you're gonna do is go check it. It's gonna be out front.
Okay,
Chris will already have it.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha.
then you can pay him, and then he'll give you the
Okay,
ball.
sounds good.
Thank you so
Sounds
much
good.
for coming. And then there we go. I'm gonna give you your.
I was so happy to score this ball because I just know I just knew that she was going to be so happy when I found it. And yes, she was. It was a birthday present, and I'm so glad I found it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it. Cool.
Can you put this in staple the back? And this in the back staple, and then you get it to Chris, please. Okay.
This estate sale was really cool. Even if you don't grab anything, it's really interesting to see all the stuff that there is. I mean, look at all the sports stuff. She was a sports coordinator for local colleges, and she helped some of these people go pro. So it was really cool to see all of her history, all of the stuff that she got throughout the years. Very interesting stuff. It's very interesting and humbling, I guess, to go into all these people's homes. And yes, we do grab these items to sell them, but you still do have to respect that you are in these people's homes, looking through all their stuff, looking through their life history.
Then I'll give you the receipt for that.
Oh my goodness, the stuff out here in the backyard is weird. This thing caught my eye. Like, what even is this? I still don't know what it is. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of scary. And if I saw this at night, I would run away. And that's exactly what I did. I immediately walked away. I was like, oh, hell no.
Was the hat in here?
No, it was over there. You get $4 each.
Again, everything was just so overpriced. It was just mainly a browsing day, so I knew what to look for on the third day. That was my main goal with this stuff, is just record as much as I can to go over it, see what there is, and then whatever I can score on the third day, which was actually a win. Even though I was after all the sports stuff, and unfortunately that was all gone and stolen, I still came up with a lot of really cool stuff. You'll be seeing, I'm also showing day 3 on here because I didn't come back for day 2, but later on you'll be seeing day 3, and I got a lot of cool stuff. Starting with the stuff on this table, I did grab a lot of the Disney snow globes. They're the Little Mermaid ones. I did grab some stuff on this shelf as well. I'll obviously be posting comps like I have for my other ones. A day 1 honorable mention that I forgot to talk about is this Darth Vader reversible windbreaker jacket that sold for $49.99 overnight on Mercari. It was an awesome grab, and it sucks I didn't grab footage of it, but I was in line and in that closet I looked while I waited and I found it. I was so happy that a lot of the Disney snow globes were still there on the third day. I grabbed this one. The mast and another piece are broken, but I can definitely super glue that, disclose that, and it'll definitely sell because the comps on this one are crazy. This one wasn't there on the third day, which was a drag because I was trying to grab all like the Disney snow globe stuff. Regular Disney stuff can be oversaturated and not in like good sellable conditions. Because Disney's just so saturated, but the snow globes and things like that, they do decently well, which is very interesting. This was so funny because I actually have that myself.
It's a bangle. That lamp right there. 45 you said for that, right? And what do you guys need?
There they are, all the Disney snow globes. You'll be surprised at the prices of these. Some of these were gone, but I grabbed the ones that were still there, and I was so happy I did. I always try to look for the obscure stuff that they don't really think that sells. Look at that guy looking at uranium glass. I always try to look for obscure things that I think that a lot of people don't look for because that's where the real money is. Again, here we go. I found this Night Before Christmas, I guess, shawl. I don't even remember what it is, but picked it up because Night Before Christmas has a great following. Other resellers, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but they can be just so mean and rude. I always try to talk to people, but it always turns out that they don't even acknowledge me, or they think I'm like a mediocre reseller, which is totally fine because that's where I win. Just like all the Boy Scout stuff, they told me that that wouldn't sell, that I was dumb, that this guy was doing it for 16 years and that doesn't sell. Well, I just sold it for $300 plus shipping. So never get discouraged if you see other resellers there, especially if they're quote unquote knowledged and been doing this for many years, because you will always find stuff that they don't know about, that they don't care about, and that they find mediocre. So don't be discouraged. Just keep doing it, keep going, and focus on your stuff. I've just stopped trying to talk to them, trying to, I guess, make friends or connections because they can just be so rude.
the male-dominated game that this is, that's where I win, because they also look at me like I'm a little girl that doesn't know what she's doing, which is so funny to me. I don't know if I should have grabbed more of these concert tees, but again, it was the first day. I was going to go back and do that for the fill-a bag. I think that those were gone by then. She was definitely a huge Adam Lambert fan. She had a whole bunch of memorabilia from Adam Lambert, even some concert worn jackets when he was playing with Queen. So that was pretty cool. I actually did pick up this shirt on the fill-a bag sale. Some of these were a little bit stained, but since they're white, I could definitely treat them and they'll be ready to go. I still haven't done that, but that is the task that I'm trying to do this week.
Just a regular one. Did you look downstairs and see like what they were asking on some of the business?
At first, I was like, why are you closing the door? And then I saw he was looking at the posters in the back. I'm so wary and aware when I'm out and about because, again, male-dominated thing, a whole bunch of dudes, and now you're locking me in here with two of them. What is going on? But he was just looking at the posters.
I'll get that off after.
Just like there's mean resellers, there's also nice guys. This guy was trying to help out the other guy, so that was really cool. And I even talked to them for just a second.
Thank you. Writing on it. Something. All right, let me get this. What is next? Oh, shit. Oh my God! I didn't know it was so. People just up in the kids' room, put all that stuff. $2 each, so $4. Other stuff behind the door.
All the My Little Ponies on the shelf, I think, were gone on the third day. I'm not sure if they were stolen or just bought, but they were gone, and I was trying to see if I could grab them for the third day, but there just wasn't any to grab. And just because you've been in a room before doesn't mean that you can find something else. I always like to go in, I do a quick scan if anything pops out to me, and then I'll just go again once things start to die down, people are out of rooms and all that good stuff. I did see that couple looking through all the vintage hats, so I was assuming that they were picked over already, since it seems that they were after vintage things. But it doesn't hurt to look, because again, what someone doesn't pick up might be good and they just don't know, they don't care, or things like that. So it's always good to see. The fill-up bag day, I spent $110 and I got a whole bunch of stuff, including those jack-lanterns that you saw a little bit ago. And I honestly should have grabbed more things that day. But again, because I wasn't too sure how much they were going to charge me, this estate sale does really good deals. So I am happy about that. So I should have grabbed more, but now I know. That's that reseller that always looks at me like I don't know what I'm doing. It's so funny to see him every time, and he always looks annoyed to see me. I think because he knows that I know what I'm doing now. I don't know, but it's just always so funny to me how he just always looks so annoyed when he sees me. And I always try to say hi, but he never acknowledges me. I did grab these shoes. I don't really remember the comps. I think they were going in like the 20s or 30s, maybe a little bit more. I think I do look up the comps in this video. But with shoes, I usually wait a little bit so I have a couple to clean them all at the same time. There I was checking the dry rot. Always check the dry rot for shoes. Even though they look in great condition, they might be falling apart. So that dry rot test really comes in handy, especially when they look a little bit on the older side. Google Images helps so much. I like to do that when I'm out and about. It's just faster than manually typing everything in on eBay. It just also helps if you're a little bit more nervous comping at yard sales and estate sales. It makes it look like you're taking photos for someone, and that's always fine and dandy until you are more confident in just doing it without, that stigma. Because everyone is doing the same thing, so don't worry about comping things out. Obviously, if you're the only one at yard sales, it is a little bit more awkward. So to make myself feel better, and then so they don't get all offended, I just always say I'm checking to see if like this person wants it or something like that. It is now day 3 of the fill-a bag sale. I couldn't get a lot of the footage that I wanted to right when I walked in to show everything that got stolen, because they were already so extremely paranoid, basically walking people in.
One brand new.
Yeah,
You're nowhere near even the down payment.
I bought it for 1200, yeah.
$1,200. Yeah, I could have just said 10%.
There's like little pockets on the side for your cell phone.
Yeah.
I believe if you needed to take it apart, I believe the top comes off.
So it was, I couldn't get a lot of the stuff, but here I was grabbing bags, and as you saw, a lot of the things were empty, and that wasn't because it was bought, it was because it was stolen. The first day I didn't go into the garage, so I definitely made sure to go in there, and I grabbed these 2 paintings, which were actually very surprising. I grabbed them because Native American stuff usually does fairly well, so that's why I grabbed them, and I was very surprised when I comped them what they go for. The garage had a lot of Halloween stuff, which is where I thrived in. I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. And again, this was a fill-a bag day, so I spent $110 here, and it was very, very good. I think it was like $3.03 buy cost this day. I can't really remember, but yeah, $110, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to load up a lot of the Halloween decorations. A lot of the stuff is already listed individually, and that's why I'm throwing up comps for you guys to see. And I believe some of this stuff might have sold. We'll see when I put up the comps, as you guys can tell. But yeah, I'm just throwing everything in bags. That way it can be counted for the fill-a-bag sale. We had to use their bags. They didn't let us use our bags, which I understand. I mean, I have really big IKEA bags, so I don't blame them. Maybe I should have grabbed that. I don't know, but I left it behind. I picked up one of the other Rawlings baseball gloves. I think I left this one, and then I took the black one, so that was really good. Those do fairly well. They're sought after. Since they are pricey, a lot of people just buy them used.
Oh, maybe that's not for selling. What? I don't know, it's not for sale over here, but we'll just have to ask that, yeah. Look at it, helium thing.
Not a bag. Back in the closet today, I did pick up some stuff here. Again, since it was a fill-a-bag sale, I was trying to grab as much as I could. That would make me good money. Now that I'm focusing on items that sell for 15 plus, I definitely have to be a lot more picky, but I think that that's better in the long run because it just lets me focus on growing my business with higher profits. Instead of posting things that'll sell for $10 or less, I can use that time on other things to better my business. Oh, no, just this little bag right here. Oh, yeah, it's up for the taking, right? If it's up for the taking. This is another one of the stained items that I picked up. I actually didn't know this one had a stain when I grabbed it. I didn't even see it. I just saw vintage and sweater and that stuff is in right now, so I grabbed it. But it's definitely treatable with, I think, a little bleach will do some magic on this because it was already white anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe or something. Oh, here's special ones too.